Hi, I'm Andrew, an entrepreneur and a computer science student,
Hi, I'm Raveen, a psychology major student.
and you're now listening to the Ink Thoughts podcast, where we ponder and talk about incongruous thoughts ranging from our daily life to the human mind. Hey everyone, welcome back to the Ink Thoughts podcast. How are you doing this week, Vareen?
Hello. I guess there's nothing very special. Yeah, just working and sometimes I feel a bit tired, but everything is still okay, and working is still kind of excited for me. Yeah. How about you?
Okay. Oh yes.
Oh yeah, I know you
Yeah,
have lots of story to share.
Yeah, I'm actually not sure if your life is not interesting or just that you don't think it's interesting. But yeah, because I most of the time I just like, I don't know. I find that I have pretty much, or there's quite a lot of stuff that I want to share. Yeah, so sometimes it's just you that you think that your life is not interesting, and then you didn't want to share it. But yeah,
Yeah,
I believe your life is actually pretty
possible.
interesting. Yeah, I think you kind of need to work on that.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, sorry, because I've been this drink which I got is actually quite good. Yeah, so I I kept sipping on it. But yes, this week. So yes, let me think. What did I how did this week started off? Oh yes, this week started off with I kind of had a jog at the KL City Park. It's like quite cool. Yeah, I jogged there like in the city center. Total 9 km. It was really fun. But then the awkward thing is that because after my jog it was around 7:30, and then currently in our national recovery plan. Yeah, because we are still in a phase one. Currently in phase two, but back in Monday it's still in phase one. So break like all those restaurants only open at 8, so I couldn't really get any breakfast. I didn't want to just wait there for breakfast, so I went back to my I had to went back to my place and then have breakfast later on. But after that, that's actually quite cool because I just never really had an experience truly running in the city. Like kind of experience the urban life and all that, like running through the city, running through the streets of the city, and then go through a park, something like that. So that's actually quite a fun experience for me. But it was a bit sad when I found out that, because like some of the tracks in the park is actually cut off by a newer construction. So even though it's written there that once you completed this whole thing, it's 1.3 km. No, it's actually not. It's less than that. So initially I thought, and I was anticipating myself to complete around 9 km after running two full times around the park, but then it was less than that, so I have to like run a bit longer to achieve my 9 km record thing. But yes, other than that, was there anything interesting in the middle of the week? I'm thinking.
But the day before Monday, I jogged with you, right? Yeah. After I come back.
Oh, no. Actually, I think I mixed that up. I jogged on Tuesday, and then we jogged on Sunday. We jogged on Sunday.
Yeah.
Yeah, we jogged on Sunday. Yeah, I jogged on Tuesday. Yeah. So what were you gonna say?
Yeah, after I come back, my leg, it's too long. Too long I haven't really exercised and run, Then my leg pain for 2 days.
You should probably really train more.
Yeah.
I mean, you could run at your place, right now?
Yeah.
Yeah, you should do that. You have work, but then you're working from home most of the days of the week. So you should probably schedule some runs in between. But yes, so okay, I kind of have a similar experience with you on this week as well. So, about muscle sore, it happened after Tuesday. So Tuesday, I am following my Nike training workout, and it's the boxing workout. So a boxing workout, I kind of use up a lot of arm strength and all this, and then I don't really regularly train my arm strength and all this. So after my boxing workout, I went straight into weightlifting, which is what I do every single day. And then I just had muscle sore the next day. It was actually quite bad. My back sore, my arm is really sore, and then parts of my thigh is quite sore as well. So when I was running, I couldn't. I usually I wanted to run like 10 km. I couldn't really complete that. I just completed 6, and then I know that that is too much, and then I shouldn't proceed with weight training. So I didn't do any weights on Friday, and Saturday was like my usual qigong and longer meditation, so it's kind of recovery day. But then today back into Nike workout, and I think it's a lot better now, so I can actually complete my workout and then my weights and all that. But yeah, like that's like really sore. I really never really experienced that in quite some time. The whole Friday when I was walking, when I was sitting down, I was like literally feeling my back hurts, my arm hurts and all this. Yeah, it's actually quite. Yeah, I mean I find that a bit fun because it's a new experience, and then but mainly because I guess I don't really have any important thing to do. So imagine if I'm sore and then I do have to do something that will keep hurting that, then definitely that's an unpleasant experience. But then it's just quite fun for me to experience that, like, it's sore here, sore there, but then I'm free to like just experience this soreness as joy. Something like that. But yes, that was for Friday. And then did I do anything for Friday? No, I didn't really do anything. I don't think so. Yeah, I don't think so. I mean, I've been procrastinating for the week actually. Yeah. I think I messaged you one day. You asked me, what was I doing? And I was like, I procrastinated.
Yeah.
And then I was doing something at night. One cool thing about Friday is that my sister actually shared about her story, which is very cool. I mean, not really about story, but things, parts of her life which she is kind of embarrassed and then not willing to share, even with parents and all that. I guess it's quite a normal thing with Asian community. Like even by now, I have a lot of things that I've never shared, and then she did it. I'm glad that she shared it, and then at an early age, like she's now 13, so I'm very glad that she did that, and then I was very happy to hear the stories that she shared.
Is it the usual family sharing session, or she just suddenly?
No, it's actually quite. Yeah, she suddenly asked like, when are we free? Then she just wanna told us about it. I was like, yeah, quite cool.
Wow, that's good.
Very cool, right? Yeah. I never really done that. I don't think I'll do that. Yeah, I mean, like, I'm already okay with keeping those stuff in my heart.
Yeah, same for me.
But then, I'll share with you, but then, probably not my parents. I mean, like, yeah, it's an Asian thing, I guess. Definitely, I'll try to build some ways to make sure that this doesn't need to happen when I have children or something. Yeah, so that there's no such thing as like sharing that needed, because like we're quite transparent and all that. But yes, going into Saturday was quite fun, because Saturday it's because since I'm leaving Malaysia for UK. At like 21st of September, so now I'm just like meeting my friends and stuff, but then it's quite awkward because we're now in the COVID pandemic. So yeah, sometimes some people don't really want to meet up. It's quite the cases are still quite high now, and but then like with two of my best friends, we still managed to meet each other. We had some walk, and then we talk about some stuff. We embarrassed one of our friends by singing "Happy Birthday" in public. Not really embarrassed. Not many people just like stare at us or something, so it's not that embarrassing. But then we just wanted to do that. And in at the end of the day, I had hot pot with one of them. Hot pot buffet, which is quite amazing. Yeah. Really amazing. But then we had tomato soup as well, because last week both of us, I mean me and you, we had hot pot as well, and then the tomato soup was amazing. But this hot pot it wasn't that good. It wasn't that, how do I say it? So the taste wasn't as good as that one. It's just not, what's that word? Not as appetizing, I guess. I'll say that it's not as appetizing. So yeah, but yes, anything. And then because we're buying one cake for our friend, so me and another friend just thought that let's just get cakes for ourselves, since he wanted to just like. I think it's his first time coming out since the beginning of NRP. So yeah, he got 2 cakes for himself, and then I was like, I'll get one for myself also. So I got one for myself and had it this morning. It's a crepe, lemon cheese crepe. Like, it's quite nice.
It sounds interesting.
Yeah. But yes, the the sad thing is that even until today I haven't received my UK visa, which is actually quite bad because I'm supposed to be flying on 21st, and then actually I planned everything well. Even currently there's like all this quarantine accommodation and stuff. I've settled that, and the visa, the key thing is the visa, and it's actually not here. Hopefully you'll arrive that. Like, I've been kind of living an unhealthy lifestyle recently because it just keeps me up to like just check whether it's arriving, because we're just given a what's that called, tracking number for the courier. So when it's delivered, when it's like dispatched, so we can actually track its update and stuff lah. And I've been doing that quite recently, so it's pretty unhealthy. But then I don't know, it's just hard to not think about it. You just kind of hope that it happens, and then otherwise, if I don't check that, I would spend my time going through Facebook groups, Facebook support group, checking with those people which had the same appointment date as me, and then see if they actually received that. So that's a kind of the unhealthy lifestyle which I've been in. I was gonna say about something else, but then I forgot. Shit. But
okay, you can continue thinking about that because I suddenly think that I have one interesting thing, which is on Saturday. Yesterday. So I had a very long conversation with one of my friends. We knew each other for more than 10 years now. Yeah.
Oh, okay, cool.
Yeah, and then
me and my two best friends, we only knew each other for like, let's say 2015, just 6 years, or 5 to 6 years, something like that. And yours is a lot longer.
Yeah, I actually have this group of friends. Although not all of them, I knew them since we are in primary school, standard 1. Yeah, some of them I knew them later. I don't know, I forget which year. But most of them I knew them for like so long. And I'm quite happy that we are still keeping the relationship, friendship. Although we don't really like message each other often or what, but we try to like catch up with each other from time to time, and sometimes we can just talk on video call or what for a very long time. But yesterday was a fun one because I just talked to one of my friends and we talked for more than 4 hours. I don't know how we do that.
I mean, girls just talk more, I guess. I mean, like even me with my friends, I guess 2 hours is like kind of the maximum. I don't know, except the one that we had with Michelle before the podcast. Oh, that was really long. Yeah, because I guess there's girls involved.
Oh, okay. So it's a girl problem now.
I don't mean that it's a problem. It's just a girls thing, lah.
Okay.
Yeah. But I was you made me thought of something actually. Because you talked about the friends thing, and then you don't really message each other often, but I kind of agree that like close friends eventually, like last time we kind of defined close friends like, we must meet each other quite often, we must like talk to each other quite often. But then eventually, I guess now that we have different lives and we're going to work and all that, it kind of changed. Like close friend isn't defined that way anymore. It's kind of like where we catch up regularly, but then we have things to talk about, and then we care for each other. So like if bad things happen, and then we can be there, then we will go for them, something like that, I guess. The definition kind of changed from time to time. But another interesting thing that happened yesterday. It happened yesterday as well, was that because the quarantine accommodation at UK, they offered the quarantine package, which is actually quite exciting. So that was the one I talked about. I think it's worth like £50 or something. But then I don't know, I find it funny. I find it very funny when I received that email. I literally laughed. I have no idea why. I don't know. Does it feel happy that finally you feel cared by someone? Oh my god, like the university actually care about us. They're like they're giving all this stuff, because like they actually offered either a sports pack or creative pack. So it's like a bunch of stuff where you can do in your quarantine accommodation in that 10 days. So of course I chose the sports pack because I mean the creative pack is quite fun. There's jigsaw puzzle, there's like 2 books, there's like canvas for painting, there's the sculpting pack, and then there's like a stone painting pack. So it's all very interesting activities, but I find it interesting because I've never done that. I mean, I might be able I might be able to do those, but I think I'm more into the sports thing, and the sports thing is something that I confirm that I will definitely do every day. They give me yoga mats, yoga brick, what else are there, like sports bottle and all this. So even resistant band. So I believe that those are the stuff that I definitely use. So I chose the more conservative part because I'm thinking that in that quarantine accommodation, I'll definitely still have my daily workouts, but then I don't really want to have it directly on the floor. Having a yoga mat is definitely better.
Yeah.
So I chose that. But I guess, but yeah, overall, I'm just generally excited, like this few weeks, because like now I'm like kind of getting my things done. I want to make sure that I complete all the things in Malaysia before I hit there. So yeah, I guess it's just kind of exciting for me. Like it's literally opening up a new chapter for me. So I'm just quite happy for this few weeks. I mean, I'm even contemplating whether I should like record video for the next week or like just enjoy. I mean, not really enjoy as in enjoy, like just I'll just open up my time. I'll just do whatever I feel like doing. Yeah. But then I'm just worried, like, because like now my video is prepared until 22nd of September, so that's actually fine. So I'll just need to churn out another video by, I think, let me check. So by 25th of September, so that there's actually quite a few days, and I know that I'll definitely be vlogging when I'm going to the airport and all this. Just that I'm thinking, should I still make a backup video just in case I don't feel like editing video or doing those stuff when I'm there? I mean, that's like a me problem, but I'm just like trying to making like backups for me, for that me that I might not feel like doing all these things. So still contemplating whether I should like do all this stuff or not. Yeah, not sure. I mean, like it's definitely a very exciting part of life for me, lah. Yeah. It just sounds fun.
It's good to see that you're like very happy and getting very excited for the UK new life.
Yeah. So yeah, I'm still. But yeah, the visa thing. Literally every day now, I just felt like I wanted to time travel. Time travel as in like I want to find deep work to do, so that when I do deep work, I want to find things that I can actually forgot about checking those stuff. So when I do deep work, I spend like multiple hours working on that. And then once I'm done, I can go and check that. So hours are spent instead of checking that minute by minute. But then even after all this deep work, I end up checking it, and then there's still nothing new, no updates. So yesterday when I went out with my friend, it's quite fun because I kind of forgot about this for a while before I check it. Or even when I sleep, I kind of like sleeping because sleeping takes like 6 hours out of my life, and then like when I wake up, hopefully that after this 6 hours there should be an update in between, but I know there's still no update. That's like kind of the upsetting part. I mean, I don't really like this because I don't really enjoy the things I do now. I kind of sometimes I just do things so that it's past time, and then I can like anticipating for the update after that. But I know it doesn't happen for many times for the whole week.
But when you're like trying to find something to do to like distract your attention from that visa thing, but when you're doing the so-called task, do you get distracted by the thoughts of visa?
Depending on how deep the work is, usually still. Yes, there's definitely still. But instead of like checking it when I have literally nothing to do, I may just like scroll through Instagram, scroll through Facebook, then I just go back to the tracking number again. Then I go through YouTube and I go back to the tracking number again. Even though it might just be like mere minutes, something like that. So it's a very, very unhealthy lifestyle for me.
Yeah.
But then yes. I actually thought. Yes. I think yesterday I started watching Money Heist. I'm not sure if you know about that, Money Heist. I think
I heard of it before.
Oh, you heard of it? That's quite surprising. Wow. Okay. Where have you heard of it? I'm literally interested. I really didn't expect you to know about it.
I can't remember though.
Noah? I don't think so, right?
I don't think it's from Noah. But I can't remember where.
He talked about it, but then like okay.
Oh.
Yeah. Actually, I'll talk about it a few years ago because like it's actually a TV series talking about a bunch of people. It's actually a Spanish TV series. Yeah, but then they dubbed it in English as well. So yeah, but they're talking about a bunch of people. I don't know, stealing like a few billion euros or something. But then like it's definitely not the normal bank robbery. I've just watched the first episode and then there's like 50 something episodes because it's been until 4th season and then now they are releasing the 5th season and then I think 1 episode every week, something like that. So yeah, I just want to go through all that. Not really go through all that like immediately. But yeah, just kind of use that as something I'll do as I'm going to UK or something like between this period. So it's actually quite interesting. Went through the first episode. Wow, quite nice. Yeah. Just thinking, I had something in mind that I wanted to do or something, but then I kind of forgot. There's like just so many happy things that I want to share about, but then yeah, I forgot about it. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, and we spent 20 minutes talking about this.
Yeah. I mean, I don't know. I literally just felt like sharing it. I'm not sure if people actually care about it, but I'm like, yeah, I'm sorry. I'm sorry if you don't really care about this, but then like, yeah, I'm just really, these are just I don't know. It's a very exciting part of my life where like I'm doing all these things, yeah, happily, yeah, something like that. But yes, I guess let's get into what we're talking about today. So, Vereen, what are we actually discussing in this episode?
Okay, so today we're going to discuss how to deep think but not overthink. But before we start, I actually have a question for you. Do you think you are a deep thinker?
Oh, definitely. I think I'm a deep thinker. Yeah. But another question for you. Do you think we should deep think on everything?
Well, I think at first I wanted to say there's no harm, but then after I think more about it, well, you can deep think on everything, but you have to know when you're starting to overthink. It's okay. I believe it's okay to like deep think for many stuff or all the stuff that you've encountered, but yeah, you might not have all the energy and effort to finish all that, right? That requires so much of effort and time. Yeah.
Okay, yeah. Because actually this title came up when I was reading the 4-Hour Work Week, because the author Tim Ferriss actually said that you shouldn't really deep think about things when they take more like how much time to think about it. Like he kind of said that most of the time deep thinking has like no purpose or something like that. Maybe I was wrong. Maybe I digested the wrong information from it. I interpreted it wrongly, but that's what I got from it. Yeah. So yeah. But I actually don't agree with that. I actually don't agree with that because I don't know. Maybe it's just that I've been a deep thinker, and then I believe the deep thinking process is actually quite fun because I don't know, for even though it might be a small discovery, or you're just like thinking of you're just making a nonsense discovery where like that discovery has been made by someone, but it's just suddenly we could have done it this way, something like that. It just makes that you feel accomplished or something like that. Do you agree with me?
Yes.
So like it's kind of fun to deep think, even though like sometimes it's useless. What do you think?
Well, I don't think it's useless. Yeah, I think when we make it a habit to deep think over, it actually brings us some benefit. When we are thinking of something, it automatically comes to us. You get me?
Okay, I quite agree with that. It's kind of like I think I told you this before, but I'm not sure if I've shared it in a podcast before. So basically the expanding your box thing. So whenever you're deep thinking, you're kind of expanding your box thing, because whatever we think about whatever we think, or when we try to force us to think of solutions and all this, we're basically grabbing stuff from our experience and then or mix and match our experience. We don't really we don't really think of new things. So new most of the time, new things are just like combination of different experience. It's always combination of knowledge that we have, instead of like grabbing something totally new and unknown out of thin air. So when we deep thinking about all this, maybe we do additional research, something like that. So it just kind of add onto our knowledge base, and then so yeah, now we have more on our plate to choose from for any kind of solution that we have.
Yeah, and when we think more or learn more about it, when we have all sorts of different kind of knowledge, everything can just connect together. And sometimes when you learn of something new, you just can't, it doesn't make sense to you in certain way. But when you learn more about things and probably think more from different perspectives, then everything can connect together.
Yes. I agree with that. Yeah, I totally agree with that. So yeah, I guess we both agree that deep thinking is good. Cool.
But actually,
yes.
When I was preparing for this topic, I actually asked myself, am I a deep thinker?
Oh, you don't think they're a deep thinker?
I mean, when I went and look at the so-called description of word for shallow thinker and deep thinker.
Oh, okay. Can you tell me more about it? I actually never researched into that.
Okay.
So I kind of just self-assume that I'm a deep thinker without basing on any description or whatever.
Well, I think you're a deep thinker. Yeah.
Ooh, okay.
Okay. So now, for shallow thinker, it says that people rarely think beyond the obvious outcome or whatever that is there, and they usually, when problems come, and then they only look at the first order consequences. You get what I mean? Like there's only one way.
Okay.
Yeah. Then they'll just do that, and then they, how do I say this?
They won't think of the multiple like different ways of doing things, is it?
Yeah. And then they think that their own way of thinking is the best one. Yeah. They don't explore more.
Okay.
Then for deep thinker, they say that you compare different outcomes, and then you analyze and discuss or do many type of things about that, which I believe you do.
Yeah. I mean, like in most things, not all the things. Sometimes I'm still a shallow thinker, especially when you're tired and all that. Yeah, when you're tired and all that, it's like, yeah, who cares? Just like go with whatever. Didn't mind something like that. Yeah. Yeah, okay. No, cool. But yeah, why do you think you're a shallow thinker?
I mean, I don't think I fit in either one. I mean, maybe I'm in the middle now.
Okay. So like kind of in the process of going into a deep thinker, I believe.
Yeah, but I do realize that recently, maybe last time I'm not aware of it, but recently I do feel that I'm trying to dig deeper into things that or problems that I've met and trying to know more about it. Yeah, so I believe I'm going the way towards deep thinking.
I think so lah. Yeah, I believe you're doing that, because your life experiences kind of have forced you to do that. Yeah, like when you're the president of the club, something like that. So like when you're the leader, ultimately it forces yourself to find more than one solution, because like that you have to think from many ways, different ways, and then you kind of have to think of, like, let's say, the different outcomes that may happen. So how do you counter all the outcomes, something like that, how to find the best way to do things. So yeah, I believe like you're in the midst of change lah. It's cool. That's very cool. Overthinking and shallow thinking. But yeah, this actually made me, I don't know, just a general sharing. I felt a bit bad for sharing this because I mean, like one of my best friends is actually, I would say that she is those people that are just, let's just say that she's a shallow thinker, and then sometimes shallow thinker, and I believe you encountered that as well. Sometimes I generally just disagree with them, and I tell them, no, you shouldn't think it this way, you should like think of a broader scope, something like that. But then now I kind of know that some people are like that, and then you have to accept that they are that. And then if they are not at that level, no matter how much you tell them about this, it's hard for them to comprehend and understand it. So you have to let them to explore themselves before they can become a deep thinker, because we went into the topic about, because she actually has the opportunity to go to UK to further study, I think for a final year. And then I just asked her, oh yeah, so why do you think that you're not going? I believe when you hear the reason, you will be you like you question her decision. And then yeah, I believe basically same the feel as have the same feeling as me lah. Yeah, so when I asked her about that, she talked about, oh yeah, cause like if I go UK, I'll have to find my own place, and then like yeah, I have to pay for like the heating fees, and then like the water bills, electric bills, and all that. Yeah, so yeah, I think like those are quite expensive. So what do you think when she said this?
I mean, isn't the experience of studying in UK more important than all this? You know?
Yeah, right. Yeah, I believe this is a very small thing of the like you're like sacrificing a lot bigger stuff for like this small thing, you know, like I mean you're not even talking about the main thing about like school fees or whatever that's like very expensive. You talk about school fees expensive, I totally understand that. She did say that afterwards, but I was like, why did you start off by saying like when you pay for the heater bill, the electricity bill, the water bill? I was like, what, you do this in Malaysia as well, just that your parents are paying it for you because you're staying at your parents' house. I was like, oh my god, man. But then I don't do the oh my god thing anymore, because I've done it a lot of times with her, and then now I just accepted that she's this kind of person. And then I'm learning to do this with basically many people are like everyone in this shouldn't like just force our ideas into it. It's just like, can I accept that? And then maybe through deeper conversation, that when we're closer, then we can probably give deeper advice, something like that. But then I was like, yeah. When I heard that, I was like, literally, I was I cannot comprehend why. I mean, like, I can comprehend why she made this now, because she's just those kind of people. You know, like, imagine that your company is expanding. You won't just stop yourself from moving into a bigger office space, because like, oh yeah, I don't really think we should move to a bigger office space, because now the electric bill will double, the water bill will double, like the sewage fee will double, and then we have to pay for all the renovation and stuff. I mean, like, but your company expanding, right? Like, it's all about the opportunities, not really about all the small things. That's like small details. Like, there's definitely things that we have to sacrifice, but then instead of sacrifice your dream, you should sacrifice on all these minor bills, and then to achieve your dreams, right? That's why I was like, okay.
Does those business owner actually do this? Like,
I believe there are some that do this. Yeah. There's. I mean, usually like big enterprises, whatever you see like Google, all that. Of course, their leaders are not like this anymore, because if you have this mindset, you can't grow as big. But usually small medium businesses, sometimes it happens, but then they do know that they have to grow and stuff. So I believe they kind of find a middle ground. They will search for like cheaper places, something like that. Not like just excluding this idea totally. Yeah. Like even I was thinking something like this before. Like, sometimes you just can't see the whole forest. Like, I like to use this as a tree and forest analogy. So you're just looking at this one tree, and you fail to see the whole forest. Yeah, so you fail to see the bigger opportunity and stuff. Because I ran my business, and then sometimes I did this as well. Yeah, I was thinking like, even the time thing, we keep thinking that, or like going through paying for the toll payment, like 250 is very expensive, but we fail to see that by doing that we are saving 30 minutes of our time, and then like I am basically saving 4 ringgits of my worker, which is 4 ringgit per 30 minutes, will get to do actual work instead of sitting in the car when I was driving. So yeah, I should actually do that. Like, sometimes we fail to see that, but then yeah, I was like just surprised that my friends failed to see such a big thing. But yeah, it's her being her. Yeah, just
do you
thing.
think it's possible? Is there any possibility that maybe going to UK for study is not that important for her?
Yeah, I believe that's one thing also, like, because another reason that sometimes you use this for small reasons like excuse that for you it's just not that important for her. Yeah, she just failed to see the opportunity and all that. Yeah,
Because maybe
but
sometimes
overall,
if the thing is
she's not really an opportunist lah. So she won't really care about big opportunity, and then she's a bit not as brave as how I am or you are. But last time you're not that brave also. You last time I believe you won't be like, you won't talk about all this water bill and stuff, but then you're still not as brave as how you are now. So basically, like, if there's like big opportunity and stuff, and then there's just one small reason that stop you from going, you might just go with it. Like, yeah, okay, that small reason doesn't allow me to go. Then I was like, yeah, okay, let's not go then. But now I mean like
now?
if I mean, yeah, like if like basically you understood how this whole system works, because we know that if this thing is important enough for us, we need to fight for it. We don't just like last time we kind of just we didn't really understand the control thing. We don't really know that sometimes things are under our control, sometimes are not. So when it's under our control, we should just fight for more control. If when it's not really under our control, then we just go with it, or we find other ways to bypass it, something like that. So since like you understood that, and then you understood how to be in control with your life, you know where you want to go. So like you're kind of braver in that terms, and you understood the secrets of life, I'd say. I believe like this kind of secrets of life, like people sometimes just didn't know that many things are like linked to all these few things, like whether you have control or not.
True.
True. Yeah. Okay. Let's go back into the topic. You have anything to talk about?
No, we can just continue.
Okay. So do you have any examples when you deep think all the way into overthinking?
Good question. You know why it's a good question? Because most of the time I forget those. Okay, let me think.
Okay. Yeah. It's quite a cool thing for you to like just forget about bad stuff.
Yeah.
It's actually quite a good skill. I think I read this somewhere. Was it on a book or something? Yeah, that person literally said that. Yeah, if a person can literally just live every day new, so when you wake up, you forget about yesterday, then that person will be like happy every day, which is quite true, because you forget about happy stuff and sad stuff, but then because you start every day new, everything is new for you, and then you just kind of enjoy every day.
Yeah.
I kind of agree with that, but then like no, like we're humans, like we after you learn to accept things and stuff, things are just generally happy for you. You can kind of find things that you can be grateful of every single day.
Yes.
Yeah. But yes, yeah. What's your example? Have you thought of it? Deep thinking all the way into overthinking.
Deep thinking all the way into overthinking. Actually, I can't really think of a personal example at the moment for myself, but then I thought of something, because my work now, I'm currently working with those marginalized communities.
Refugees.
Yeah. So
okay.
Of course we need to learn about what happened, and then how difficult the life for them is, and everything, right? Because only through that we can really understand what they're going through and see from their perspective, and then help them. Right?
Yes.
But then I do think that I mean for my colleagues, I do think sometimes they are so into it until they feel very sad and feel sorry,
Oh, okay. Sometimes they think of ways to kind of help them and stuff, but then when they just try too hard, and then they kind of end up thinking about how much they couldn't help them, because it's like and then how fortunate they are, but the refugees are so unfortunate, something like that. So they went deep into that. Okay. I kind of agree with that. Yeah. I guess in most parts, because even if you ask me, I can't really lay out the exact example. So, but then I believe most of the time when I deep think all the way into overthinking, yeah, it's because I kind of relate it to my life or something like that. Yeah, I relate it to my life, like kind of when you're questioning. Let's say you're questioning how to. Like sometimes like how to generally let's talk about growth lah. Yeah, sometimes you just talk about growth. Maybe you're thinking how to make yourself grow into a better person, personal growth, let's say in mainly self-improvement on your personality and stuff. And then you might overthink, like, oh wait, my parents are like this also, like, oh shit, like, and then you think about why are they not improving? Like, then it's like, oh, then is it really my problem? Should I blame them? Something like that. But actually, down to the facts, I mean, it could be their problem, but there is not really much point into thinking into that, because it's really out of our control. We should really just, I mean, deep thinking is good. But we should manage it within our how much we can control our own scope, instead of like thinking all the way into that, where you start blaming others, and you blame others because it's basically out of your control, and then it's actually unhealthy and all that.
I suddenly thought of something. So for like philosopher, do you think they actually overthink?
I at least from the few which I kind of not really know, I think mostly from you, from whatever you've learned, because you learn psychology, so you encountered like some philosophy slides and all that, and sometimes you just go through like, oh, quite interesting, and then from whatever they say, and then like some stories from they tend to overthink and stuff, so they tend to get very, very personal after that. So they're even though they went deep into their into thinking like the philosophy of life or something like that, and then they applied that philosophy directly onto their life. So I think that's a bit too much, especially when it affects others lah. So I think eventually they overthink. But then I mean philosophy does need you to overthink, right? Do you agree?
Well,
actually,
I think it definitely need you to think deeply, but overthink, I don't know. Overthink, this word for me is just kind of unhealthy. So I don't think.
No, you don't think we should do that?
Yeah.
Okay. But like, cause like philosophy, unlike like other like train of thoughts, philosophy is directly linked to our life. Yeah. So can you, let's say you're a philosopher, can you really separate that from your life? Because like, can you achieve let's say you're an engineer, or let's just talk about mathematician. So yeah, you deep think about a brand new equation which you want to introduce to the world, something like that, and then when you get back to your home, you don't really think about that because it doesn't really apply onto you, on your life or whatever. So you kind of have a work-life balance. I mean, if you overthink enough, maybe you start questioning about life, but then like it's very easy to cut that line, because maths is maths. Then it's hard. It takes some weird effort for it to connect it to your life, so it's not that easy. You can like kind of have a work-life balance thing. So then you can deep think while not overthink. Not necessarily overthink. But then when you talk about philosophy, whenever every day you are deep thinking about life and stuff, it's like so relatable. Not that it's not really so relatable, but then it's like easily applied onto your life. Then you when you are thinking this, you're questioning, wait, this part of my life, if this is the philosophy, the right philosophy to go, then am I doing this? Am I doing it right? Like it kind of conflicts, because something like that. So there's like no clear way to like cut cut through, like to separate work and life. It's like even when you go back home, you can't question because like yeah, I mean, even as a mathematician, when you come back home, you might see things and then you may think about that equation, but then it won't relate into your personal life. You might see a machine working or something like that, and I was like, oh yeah, suddenly I think of the equation that was working for some reason, but then it's a machine. It's not like your life. It's just like a random thing that link you back to that. But when you're thinking about philosophy or something, everything you do could be linked into that. Yeah, it could create a linkage or something like that. So I think, maybe we should just deep think, but then is it it's possibly very, very hard to not overthink being a philosopher?
True.
Because if you, I mean, philosophy isn't a rational thing, so there's like no logical philosophy, something like that. It's more like, it's definitely more of an emotional thing. So if someone is for a very rational person, I don't think they can really come up with like philosophy and something like that. I guess those are more like equations and stuff already. Life equations instead of life philosophy of life, something like that. So I think for philosopher, it's a bit hard to not overthink, because like, yeah, we do this, you question about shit. Then does my philosophy still stand true, or should I really change my life because that philosophy stands true?
Yeah.
Something like that.
Yeah, and I think
question every
even
part of your life.
after class last time, but I have a module. Yeah. I remember it was about a topic, something like is human good or bad?
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Then I remember that day when we came out from the class, me and my friends were thinking like, so
are we good guys?
Yeah.
Are we bad guys? Oh, really?
Yeah. Okay. Usually the philosophers have their have supports to their idea also, and it sounds right for both sides. And then you start questioning yourself. So
Yeah. Which side do you stand? Something like that. I mean, you do. There's more. There's even more times when you question about yourself, like you question about your memory, right? I remember you telling me that, because memory is easily influenced. So sometimes you think whether is this memory true. So whether is this memory really happened back then, or is it some recent events that influenced me to create this memory that I have, right? Yeah. So yeah. But yeah, I mean, I guess that part is still deep thinking. But if you go deeper, like to question about, to sit down and question about your life, something like that. Because I don't think you really continue thinking about that. Like, oh shit, like trying to find out whether it's true or false, something like that. When it's not that important, right? So I that's a bit of deep thinking, but then like not really into overthinking. When we go down into questioning ourselves, then that is probably overthinking, I think. That's the boundary. But yeah, so yeah, went to deep think but not overthink. I think we just shouldn't overthink, right? I mean, actually, yeah, I think but yeah, let's talk about something. When do you think we shouldn't deep think, or we should just deep think all the time?
Well, I think it depends on the subject that you're thinking. Because deep think requires so much of effort and time, and if that thing just not worth that much of effort and time, then why are you doing this?
Yeah, I think another thing is on the depending on the situation as well. Like let's say when you're with your friends and then someone just talk about something as a joke, you shouldn't just come out talking about the facts and like, yeah, actually that is not very true. But then it's something that's worth discussing. What do you think of this? Something like that. I mean, it just kind of ruins the atmosphere of the whole thing. Like that guy just wanted to say that as a joke, and then like, why did you get so serious about that? So yeah, okay. So that's quite simple. So basically, we should deep think when we think that subject is worthy enough,
Yeah.
something that's worth exploring, and of course when we are free, and then when the situation is right, not when like someone is like making a joke and then you try to deep think about it. But then like overthinking is mainly we just shouldn't overthink anytime. Yeah, but yes, because for some reason I kept thinking this topic is how to deep think but then not overthink. For some reason I keep thinking that it's actually that. For some reason, yeah. So yes, let's explore that. How do you think we can deep think but then not fall into overthinking? I think there's something more interesting. Do you have some thoughts of mine? Because usually, yeah, when I overthink, then yeah, I kind of be aware. Then I stop.
Oh, okay. Awareness. Yeah, I think. Wait, repeat your question again. I'm a bit confused now.
How to deep think but then not overthink?
Okay. I think be aware of what we are thinking, because sometimes it's so easy that you just go into something and then you lost yourself in the thoughts and then you started to question so much, or even to the extent of personal. Then everything becomes so negative and all for you when you're just trying to understand a subject more, but in the end you went into questioning your life.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Okay. Because mine is almost the same. Because mainly mine is like when sometimes I'm deep thinking. So yeah, I think about mainly self-improvement. Like why did I do this? How can I actually do this better? Usually with sometimes with personal relationship and all that. Yeah. So and then yeah, when it tends to fall into like the hatred with someone else, something like that, when it's about personal relationship, because like you're trying to mend that relationship, but then in the end you might fall into thinking like, no, we shouldn't do that, because like think of what that person did to you, something like that. So you think of something very negative, and then for me it's when I realize that I'm being negative. So I'm quite lucky that there's still that me inside that's is able to observe that, oh, hey Andrew, you're being a bit negative right now. So then I was like, oh yes, that's very negative. So yeah, I shouldn't further think into that. But most of the time is when I try to put the negative idea into I put myself into the shoes of the negative idea. So imagine, do I want to face that negative idea? So imagine that negative idea is applied onto me. How do I feel on how do I feel of that? So yeah, then that kind of prevents me, like it made me realize that, oh yeah, I shouldn't further think into that. Let's stop it right here, something like that. I mean, it's just self-awareness then, I guess. You need to be aware, but depends. But yeah, let's say in the philosopher case. Okay, let's start with you first. What were you saying?
I actually wanted to give another point, but I think continue on your part.
Oh, why don't you share your point first?
Oh, I thought your part might be related to the awareness part. Yeah.
Oh no, I'm just actually asking a question. So yeah, like for the, let's say in the philosopher case, how do you think we should like deep think but then like prevent overthinking? If like it's unrelated, then maybe share your idea first.
Okay, I think I share my idea first. Okay, so I actually thought of maybe we can just when we're trying to think of something, put more focus on like problem solving part, instead of like you just worry of everything, right?
Okay.
You get me?
Okay. But it's still part of realization as well. So we need to focus on the part that is under our control. So because when we think of something that's under our control, so it's something that can be solved.
Yes.
And then like when things are not under our control, then basically it's either to live with it or we just find a way to kind of bypass it, something like that. Yeah. So yeah, I agree. Yeah. So we should only like focus on things where it's under our control. When things start going into ways beyond our control, it's not controlled by us, then we should probably just stop.
Yeah.
Yeah. I guess that this can be applied into the philosophy as well, because in like the example I talk about is like it's easily applied into your life. Actually, yeah, it's still a bit hard though.
What do you mean easily apply into your life?
No, because I was thinking like, because like for when you have a new philosophy of life, and then you question what you have done with it and how you should do things, something like that. Yeah, then those are, because like the philosophy is just easily applied into your life. Right?
Yeah.
Then how do we avoid that? Do you have any ideas?
How about like, you're just worrying, but there's no way to help you with that.
Okay. But then, because the thing is that you're kind of, you're putting up because you're releasing a new, like say you're thinking of like a new philosophy thing. So a new saying, a new idea, but then it just, let's say when your life directly contradicts it. Yeah.
Oh my god.
Right?
Yeah.
Then what do you do about it? Because but yeah, I mean like one thing is that we don't really know how philosophy works.
Yeah.
Even and today also. I guess let's just leave this topic. Yeah. Otherwise we might go too deep, and then we might go into the wrong direction also.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. So yes, I guess that's wrap up here then. So basically, like what we have said, I think. Deep thinking should be done most of the time, but not when it's an unworthy topic, when you don't have time, or when it's in the wrong situation. But we should always know the boundaries and prevent us from overthinking. And how do we know the boundaries? It's mainly just when you need to have realization that when you're thinking about, you should problem solve. So you should be deep thinking about things that are within your control, but not things that is beyond your control. So when it's beyond your control, you shouldn't think too much about that, because you will be overthinking. You'll be worried. Most of the time, you'll be worrying. So yeah, and then that's quite unhealthy. So yeah, yes, that's basically it for this topic.
Yeah. Oh, one thing to add on. Actually, we can practice deep thinking to make it the style where how we think for stuff. Yeah. If you have no idea how to start, maybe you can just like set 15 minutes a day and you start with that.
Yeah. So basically like brainstorming like that. So as you brainstorm more, it helps with brainstorming in the future, because whenever you brainstorm, it just adds on to your experience, and that experience will just help out in the future.
Yeah.
Well, as you have more experience, it's easier for you to think of newer ideas as well, because ideas don't come up from thin air. They are built on top of your previous experiences.
Okay. If you think you are a overthinker, maybe you also can set a time every day. You overthink during that time, and other time you don't do that.
I mean, that's hard, right? And then when you spend time overthinking, isn't that bad?
No, it's hard, but it takes time, but it slowly will help a bit.
But how can you make sure that you don't overthink during other periods? Because overthinking is a self-awareness thing.
Yeah, overthinking. Also, okay, most of the time, when we overthink, we kind of like worry about stuff. Most of the time.
Yeah.
That you are worrying about something, and it actually affects your life, your productivity, and all. Yeah. Then set that time, like let's say 15 minutes a day, and then you can worry during that time. But after that, you try to stop yourself from worrying and focus on something more productive. It is hard, but then it can slowly help.
How does it help though? I want to understand. How does it help though?
I think it's kind of thinking pattern, like you stop yourself from constantly worrying about stuff that affects your life so much.
Okay.
It is a
Okay,
conscious kind of practice.
I guess people that are interested can try out, but
Yeah.
I still don't fully buy into that because, for me, I just think that, because like it's hard, because to avoid overthinking, it's kind of self-awareness thing. So you will still, I think, even though you put up some space some time for you to overthink, you still overthink during normal days for me, and then like that overthinking session is just so bad that because you overthink too long, it kind of made your life worse. I personally think that. That's my opinion, and that's why I won't really buy into that. But I think for those who are
actually
interested, I think
get this
it's worth
idea
trying.
from I'm not sure, a counselor or a clinical psychologist.
Oh really? Okay. I mean, people can try it out and tell me how does it work.
Probably maybe we are not really an overthinker, so it's a bit hard for us to relate also.
Yeah. Okay, that's true. Okay. But yes, do you have any insights for this week?
Yeah. So
Cool.
most of the people here knows I've recently started working for like a month plus, but then there's still a lot of stuff that I'm still learning. And then sometimes I feel I'm quite annoying. I keep annoying my colleagues and all because I just don't know stuff and I want to make sure that I'm doing the right thing. But then I know
That's okay.
but the point is they are very, very busy, but I still have to ask them. Or else I can't. First, I can't get things done. Second is probably I do something wrong, which is even worse.
I understand.
From that, I actually learned that. Well, usually people don't mind you keep asking them. It's just you that think you're very annoying.
Okay. Yeah, this is true. This is very true. I agree with you.
And then if you feel so, but if you think that's something that is beneficial and it's good, then just go ahead. Don't stop yourself from that. It's better you ask than you assume things, right? Yeah.
Yes, I agree. Totally agree with you. Wow, this is a very good insight. I really like this.
Ooh.
I really, really like this. Yeah. But yes, I actually don't have an insight. I just want to further share my life. No, I suddenly thought of something. Like, I was just, because, I for some reason, I think I would really maybe try to just enjoy myself the following week. Let's just not do anything. I think I should be able to do stuff when I'm in my quarantine. Like, what else can I do when I'm in quarantine? Why can't I just force myself to edit videos, right?
Yeah.
I mean, I'm just kind of convincing myself. Like, literally, I feel like I was like talking to a mirror, like, come on, Andrew, you should do this. You must do this when you're in your quarantine. So because like recently, I've been watching. I started watching Money Heist, and then I started another brand new world in Minecraft. I played last week, and that just to because I want to start because like the previous one is like too bad, man. Like I couldn't really complete some achievement, just that because they're too hard or something. So I just started a whole new world.
Isn't it nice when you're in a game world, you can just restart everything?
Yeah, I mean it's a game.
Yeah.
It's a game. Yeah. I mean it's a game.
Unlike the real life, you definitely cannot do that.
Yes, but that's part of life. I mean, like the thing about life is that because you can't restart it, that's why you appreciate it.
Yeah.
You hold it so dearly. You appreciate every single moment and all that.
Yeah. And sometimes it's
do
okay.
Your best.
Yeah, it's okay to not live a perfect life. No point, right?
Yes, I mean like, what is perfect? You define the perfect. Don't define the perfect based on others. How others see it. Yeah. Cool. Yeah. All right. Guess that'll be it for this episode.
Sure.
Yep. So yes. Thanks everyone for listening, and hope to see you guys in the next episode. I think. Wait, no. Next episode we're still recording in Malay. I'm still recording in Malaysia. So I think yeah, so 2 episodes later, I think I will be in UK. So yeah, well, I'm not sure that I don't think that changes anything, but then just telling everyone.
Because it's excited.
Okay. Yes, indeed. So yes, thanks Aaron for listening. See you guys in the next episode. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Thank you for listening to this episode of the podcast. If you enjoyed, do share with your friends and family and leave us a review on the Apple Podcast. If you're not using an Apple device, you can leave a review on the Apple Podcast website with the link in the show notes. If you have any feedback or thoughts which you hope that we'll discuss in the future, feel free to email them to us at hello@incthoughts.com, or alternatively, you can send us a private message on our Facebook, Instagram or Twitter with the username of incthoughtspod. Thanks again, and see you all next week. Bye-bye. Yay! How do you find this episode?
I quite
Today I have
like
to edit video, so...
I quite like
you
whenever
quite like what?
whenever we talk about something related to philosophy or philosopher, then we get into the conversation. I mean the discussion.
Yeah. But then it kind of hurts my mind a bit now. Think too much there. Yeah. But then yes, I have to complete some stuff today, tomorrow, so that I can make sure that I can enjoy my life all the way before I fly to UK. Kind of put down my YouTube commitments and all that. We'll see. Yeah. Anything else you want to talk about?
No.
Alright. Guess we'll just end here then.
Okay.